If you have a collection of fat quarters and you are looking for ways to use them up, this may be the book for you. It is Fat Quarter Workshop by Stephanie Soebbing, 12 Skill Building Quilt Patterns. And this was sent to me by Landauer, the publisher, to review. There's some neat projects in here. If you don't know it off the top of your head, a fat quarter is a pre-cut piece of fabric that comes from the quilt shop. They measure 18 by 21 inches, and a lot of fabric collections come in fat quarter bundles where they will give you a cut of each different fabric in the line. Or picking up fat quarters is a relatively affordable way to collect fabric. And there are lots of patterns to use them up. This one has 12 different skill building patterns. I don't think it would be suitable for a very, very beginning quilter because it doesn't start out with a bare bones super simple pattern, but she does tell you what supplies you need. She gives you basic instructions for half square triangles, cutting squares, chain piecing, strip piecing. So there's some hand holding, but it's maybe not hand holding from step one. Those are fat quarters. I have a lot of them. The projects are, the first one is frequency. And I have quilted Bargello quilts before. I would not have picked this as the beginner easiest quilt in the book. There's also a modern rainbow Bargello. This one actually looks easier than the first one. The quilts come in different sizes. This one is throw, twin, and queen. The frequency actually is only a lap quilt, so it gives you options to make the different quilts in different sizes. It tells you how many fat quarters you will need for each. This one is garden plot. It's one of the ones I would like to make. And one thing I noticed, you might want to read the directions while you're doing these, because the crib size only calls for 4 fat quarters, which isn't going to give you the same scrappy look that you could get if you made a queen or a king. Ribbon Candy is one of my favorite quilts from the book. That one is a queen and takes 24 fat quarters. There are no size options. Maze is a log cabin with a different setting than I've seen before. Again, it's a crib, lap, twin, or king. And they're really great assembly diagrams that will show you what is going to be part of your quilt if you make the different sizes. Up and Away, which would be great practice for half square triangles. That's another one that I hope to make, along with Twinkle. Again, that one is crib, twin, full, king. And it tells you of the fat quarters how many you need in lights and how many you need in darks. I think she's really setting you up for success here. Hugs and Kisses. Mariposa. I like the butterflies. I have made several butterfly quilts and plan on making a whole lot more. Congruence. This one would be a skill builder for me. I have not done anything but half square triangles in all of my triangle making. And Starburst, which is probably my favorite quilt of the book. I would love to make this one. It is the last quilt in the book. Probably the, oh, nope, Radiance is the last quilt in the book. Starburst, I think, is the one I find most intimidating. So that is what is in Fat Quarter Workshop. I found a lot of patterns in here that I like. This is one of the books I think I would add to my library for a combination of the techniques and the patterns. There's some books I get just because I want to learn a technique, and some I get just because I want the measurements for the pattern. This is kind of a happy combination of the two. It is a new release and should still be available all over the place. If you want to see more quilting books, check out the playlist, My Sewing Room Bookshelf. I'm Michelle, this is my Romantic Tangle, and I'll be back with you with more videos soon.